Hello YouTube friends, this is Barbara from Barbara Wiley Art. Today we're going to be doing this heart with butterflies in it. Now I've done this one on a 16 by 16 canvas with those thick sides. You can get these on sale at Hobby Lobby. That's where I got mine if you'd like to get one of those. But for today, I'm just using this 14 by 14. So it'll do the same thing, it's just whatever size that you would like will work fine. So that's what we're doing. What I'm going to do, first of all, there we are, if you can see me, I'm going to draw my heart. And I'm going to start in the middle and I'm going to I have my purple chalk in my hand and I am going to make a heart, and then I'm going to adjust it wherever I don't like the shape. You know, sometimes when you draw, your hands get a little wonky. So I spend a little time adjusting my shape, make sure that the tops of the heart up here are the same, and the heart is the right shape and size that I want. I even measure, no, it's a little bit too high. So there you have it, there's my heart. I think. Oh, I wonkied it again. That's a good thing about chalk, it just erases every single time, doesn't matter. And, all right. Okay, that's pretty good. The other thing that you're going to need is about I have about four different size butterfly stencils. And I cut them out where I can get a hold of them. So you need that. The colors we're using are white. We have a pink here, which I liked using. It's let me get my glasses on so I can see it. There we go. It is light magenta. I kind of like that pink. Here's another one, light purple, red. This is scarlet. Then this is lemon yellow and grass green. And I think this one's the purple. Yep, this is the violet. And then this is the Viridian, which we're going to start with. And over here behind the cup is the orange. So I've got all of my supplies lined up. You're going to need a stack, and I've got them on the floor right here, of paper plates. Stack of paper plates. And I would use the large ones because you're going to be using just about one for every color. That's what I did. I used one for just about every color that I did. And then I put it over to the side where it's not going to fall on the floor and bad things happen. They do sometimes. So we have to be careful about that. So I think we're almost ready. Still not happy with the size of that heart. Much better. That looks much better. There was the problem. All right. I'm still playing with it. you do want to get the shape down as best that you can, because there we go. That's better. Now I'm happy with that. There's my heart right there. Pretty much happy with that. Okay, so now then you'll need probably, I don't know if we could do it with, I think we could do it with chalk. Okay, so the first section, we're going to divide this into sections. And you can see, I'm going to hold up this one here so you can see it. The first one is down on, right around in there at the bottom. There is a yellow section and a green section. There is a red section that goes down to the there is a purple section around in here, red, a pink, okay, I've got an orange section, a light purple and a dark purple, and the yellow comes down, back down this way. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and put just the letter of the color. Like the first one is V for Viridian, and this one is Y for yellow, this one is G for green, this one is R for red, just so we don't get confused. This is P for pink, violet, purple, purple, purple. This is orange, and this one is yellow over here. Okay, so basically we've divided out our canvas into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so different sections, and I'll hold this a little closer so you can see it, so that we know what we're going to be doing. First thing, and you're going to be also needing brushes, lots of brushes. And I'll show you what we're going to be doing with the brushes. It does not matter which one, because we're just using that to paint over our stencils. So, the first color is going to be Viridian. And I'm going to put some Viridian in my plate. And I'm going to put some white. I'm using the my larger thing of white. Each time we're going to be grabbing the white. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking a sponge first. I'll do it with this sponge here. And without dipping in the water, you're going to go straight to the plate. Get a little white on there. And then I'm going to start pouncing my entire Viridian square. And I'm going to keep on pouncing it until I get it all covered. I'll be right back. Okay, I have stamped and pounced and got that all done. And now I'm going to start with my biggest butterfly, and I'm going to get a brush, any brush, and without dipping it in the water, I'm going to go directly into the white, get a little bit of that Viridian color, and I'm going to place this butterfly right on here, and I'm going to paint just like this, right inside the holes, just right inside the holes like that. Now you're going to be using these butterflies over and over and over again, all over, in all the different colors. And it won't make a difference. I don't think. It didn't with the first picture, so. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to lift it off. And there's my, get all over me. Let me lift this up where you can see it. There's my first butterfly. Now, I'm going to use my other butterflies around here and do the same thing. I'm going to take the, oh, I guess it's the next one. Maybe this one. I'll take this one. This one's kind of the next. I've got two medium, one small, one tiny. I got the tiny one somewhere. I don't know where it went, but I need that tiny one. So, anyways, I'll do this one right now. Right over here, right next to it. And I'm just going to paint in. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Just tapping it. Tapping that white paint in there. Right on top. And there's the second butterfly. I gotta find my little one. My little one's gotten away from me somehow. I don't know where it went, but I'll find her. Because I gotta have that little one. I guess I'll use this one. This is not my smallest one, but I'm gonna use this one over here on this side. Tap, tap, tap. Looking at this heart, it makes me wonder, what's the condition of your heart? What's the condition of your heart before the Lord? Better find that little one because I'm going to use it. All right, that's that section done. I'm going to take this plate and set it aside. And I'm going to get my second plate for my second color. Which is going to be yellow. Put some yellow in the plate. All right. And I'm going to choose a brush, or actually choose a sponge first, because we're going to pounce it first. I'm going to choose a smaller sponge. Oh, I'm going to want a little bit of white. I'm going to use the white up. All right, here we go. Now when we get close to the viridian, I'm going to take my time and make sure, and especially over in the line of the heart, trying to stay in that line. If you go outside the line of the heart, like I did over on the viridian side, it doesn't matter. It only adds to the charm of it, pretty much. All right, keep on pouncing. I choose these small sponges for the smaller areas because it's easier to handle. Might even cut one up. Cover up those chalk lines. All right. Now, I'm going to choose this one. Choose a butterfly. Get a brush, and I'm going to get that white, and I'm going to put this right in here like that, where it's going to fit. Getting that white paint in there. This is where I'm going to need my little one. I have a little one, a tiny bumblebee flutter by. All right, pick this one up. All right, and there's that butterfly. All right, and I'll be right back since I find my little one. Well, my littlest one got away from me, so we'll be using this one over here again because it's smaller than the other one, and it'll fit in here. So I'll use that one. So, there we go. Use what you have. I also have a flower one that I'm going to use right in the middle. Pretty little flower one. Just a small one. But you can do whatever you would like. You can use it and you can make this little picture your own. Okay, there's the yellow done. Okay, now we're going for green. So I'm going to pick up the plate and move it, trying to be as neat as possible. I just keep thinking that little one is somewhere because it's so tiny and it came in handy. All right, so now we're going to go move up to green. I'm going to put some green on the plate and some white. And I'm going to choose a sponge. And I'm going to start pouncing my green. And I'm going to do my best to stay in line and cover up that just stay right in the line the best I can, not cover up my other butterflies. Be real careful with your other butterflies. They're supposed to overlap a bit. But do your best to be careful with these with these sponges. And we're making irregular shapes, so if you want to make your shape different, you can. This is your painting. You do it any way you like. So, all right, now then, I am going for this size here next. I'm going to put that one, pick up a paintbrush, and put this one right in here. Get the white. All of these stencils are washable. You can wash these right up in the sink. You can wash up your sponges and use them again. This is all washable. Of course, your paintbrushes are always washable and cleanable. Okay, so there's that one. Now there's this small one. I'm going back for this small one here. And see how well. That's why I like that little one. I do have this little flower, so I could just go ahead and put that little flower there. I think I will. I like that. I think I will. I have a really small, maybe you can find that stencil with a really, really small butterfly, because they come in really helpful to have the large plus the small. Here we go. I'm going to put in 2 flowers on this one, because if I had that little tiny butterfly, I would have done it twice. There we go. Pretty. All right, I'm going to move that plate over here out of the way. That one's done. I'm going to get another plate. And I'll talk to you in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I'm ready. My next section is going to be the red coming down here. There's my red paint, and here's my sponge. This is old blue, so I think I'll use this end here. And I'm not going to use much white in this because I really like the red color, I think, popping out here. Pop some red in here. Watch, be careful, be going into the green because you've got other things in there. You don't want to mess up your little butterfly. You don't want to mess up the little flower. So do it real careful. Try to keep your line. If you go out of the line, it's okay. It just makes it look a little bit more charming. This is going to be a lot of pouncing, so I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, I've got my red done, and I'm going to use my white, put some white in here. And I am going to choose my big butterfly, I think this big one. It's going to fit in here. I may have to use the smaller one. I'll use the smaller one and get my white and just go to pouncing that white right in there. Paint, 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 paint. Right on top of that red. And I'm going to use it again right there. So what is the shape of your heart right now toward Jesus? Are you a believer? Are you thinking about becoming one? I hope so. Oops. I just got that right in the paint. But it's not going to matter much, I don't think. This one's going to go down right there. Yeah, it did matter a little bit, but that's okay. Might be able to fix that a little bit. I fixed that a little bit. All right, so this paint is done. That color is done. The next color is going to be purple. So we're going to be pink here and then purple down here. So the next color is going to be the pink. I like that pink. Get another paper plate. Put the pink out. Put the white out. And I'll be right back after I finish my pouncing. Okay, I finished my pink section right here. And now I've got another butterfly or two I'm going to put up in here. Actually, I'm not finished with my pink. I'm changing the shape. Just on a whim. There we go. Because this is a whimsical painting. Well, it is a painting because you're using paint. I'm getting that white in there, pouncing it in there, so I can make a pretty stamp. Yeah, I'm glad I enlarged that a little bit because I needed to be able to put more than one butterfly in here. All right. Yeah, getting an edge can be difficult. And like before, I'm going to fix this little place here so that all right. Places to put my, all right, so now we're going to go on to the next color. I can either do purple or orange, and I think I'm going to go for purple. Love purple. All right, I'll be back in a minute as soon as my purple one is down here in the middle. And over here at the side, there's two of them side by side. One is a light, the other is a dark. So I'll be right back when I finish my light, and I'll mix it with white. And then the one at the side, I think I'll leave dark. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my purple blocked in, and now I'm going to use a smaller butterfly that will fit into this area for myself. There we go. Get right up there on the antenna. White paint again. Get it right in there. And I will get these two butterflies done. These butterflies remind me of what happens when Jesus comes into our lives. He changes us from one form to another, just like butterflies changing from caterpillars to butterflies coming out of the cocoon. Jesus changes us when he comes into our lives. and he makes it something brand new and beautiful. Change your life forever. You'll never be the same. And it's changed for the good. All right, the next color is going to be some orange. So, there's the orange. And I'll be stamping that orange and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so what I did is I went back and did the orange and the yellow because I want to use this big one right over there in that spot. So in order to do that, got a brush, I had to do both at the same time. So I'm going to lay this one right in there. There's room for this big one. I want that big one right in there. So I'm going to be part yellow, part orange with this one. All right, that worked well. Now I want to go back and find my small one. Well, actually, I think I'm going to go back and do another flower. I did 2 flowers over there. I think I'd like to do a flower over here. And I'm going to need a little bit more white right here. So just right here on this little spot there. If I had my little smallest butterfly, I would be using that. But I seem to have lost her when I washed her out. All right. Now then, I'm going to bring back the purple, and this time I'm going to get like a round, one of these that have long tip, and I'm going to put some of that purple right in up in here. Just kind of tap some of that in there. I kind of like the idea of having some darks and lights in here. Just kind of blend that in with my little red brush. Then that just kind of gives me some darks and lights that I kind of like. And I'm going to want to do one more thing if I can. And that is to get into some of my whites with a little one like this, and see if I can't put some dots right in the middle. I just think that makes it look really cute. A few of those little dots. You're just using a little round brush like this and putting some paint on the edge, on the tip of it, and just making these little like drops. Okay, so we've used up a gazillion paper plates, used up all of our sponges, but I liked putting one more right there, and I'm going to use this little one on this one. You can use a bigger one if you like, but I'm going to use this little one for right here. And gotta get a lighter purple, not the dark. And I'm going to put some of that in right down here on this edge because I think it's cute. I think it looks cute there. Tweezers if necessary. There we go. Oh, I'm going to have to repair this. I can see it got a little bit yucky. And maybe with a little white just got a little bit out of hand. White can cover a multitude of sins. Just like Jesus washes our sins away, washes them white as snow. All right, there it is. There is our heart with all the butterflies. Now, when it's dry, next thing we're going to do is dry it, and I'll be right back since I get it dry. Okay, last step is when it's dry, got to be completely dry. See this little butterfly here? I took my paint pen, and this is just a Sharpie. This is an extra fine point paint pen. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's one of these. And I just outlined that butterfly, and I'm going to do the same to most every single butterfly in here. And that just brings them forward. I'll do it to this one. I'm just making sure it was dry, because I just outline the general shape of your wing, and that just puts a little drama in it so that it looks like an actual butterfly. And don't forget the antenna. All right, there's that one. And there's a little one right here that I'm going to do. All right. So I'm going to set about and do each one, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished my outlining. Make sure your paint is completely dry. You might want to do this the next day. And I put my initials down here. And my little painting is completely done. Isn't it cute? And it can go in your house, and it can just be a very pretty little spring painting somewhere in your house, even in the bathroom. It'd be pretty. So that's it for the butterflies. Remember, Jesus loves you, and he can change you just like he changes butterflies, caterpillars into butterflies. He can change your heart too. So I'll be seeing you. Bye.